held off, puts up a wild shot, no. And how about Ivica Zubac with the rebound, but throws the outlet away, and the Suns have it, 6 to play. Booker, this is for the win. Got it! Wow!
What's up, guys, and welcome to the Clutch Gene Podcast. We've got a lot of NBA action to talk about today. We got some NBA playoffs to talk about. We're going to get started with the game that eliminated the first team in the playoffs. I said that really weird. I don't know why. Mainly because I'm trying to flip the page to get to my notes to see what we're starting with. Yeah, Suns beat the Nuggets. The Nuggets are knocked out. Was it swept? I think it was swept by the Suns. Is this a matter of the Suns are just a lot better than we thought they were, or is it that the Nuggets are just shorthanded, injured, and maybe a little worse than we thought they were?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a little bit of an overrating of the Nuggets, plus not having Jamal Murray definitely makes a big difference on that team. I mean, look at their playoff run last year. He was an integral part in them making it to the Western Conference Finals. What do you mean, Mookie? Don't give me that face. And then I also think it's people not really believing in the Suns and CP3 putting on an absolute show with his career high in a playoff game.
Yeah, I feel like everyone should know that Jamal Murray is one of those players that Mookie does not like for some reason. And hasn't liked
because
for
he's
years.
Good.
So before you hear Mookie talk and rebuttal that, Zach, just everyone know Jamal Murray is just one of those players that Mookie has it out for.
Disgraceful. What do you think, Mike?
Well, yeah, Mikey or Mookie, one of you has to talk.
I thought we were handing it right off to Mookie there. Thought that was a good segue for him.
Go, Mike. God.
All right, fine. I'll go. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it kind of proves like how the NBA has changed so much, because it's like Jokic is probably hands down the most versatile big in the whole league in terms of like passing ability and everything. Like he can do it all. But I mean, when your team gets swept, like that kind of highlights that like you're not good enough to lead the team by yourself. Like Jokic, like he can do it all as a big, but as the great video goes, you're not that guy. You're just not that guy, you know. Which, I mean, if they had Jamal Murray, completely different story. I still don't think that they get out of that series. I think the Suns would probably still win. But, I mean, Jokic, like, they got to figure out what to do with that team, because, I mean, they got the talent, but I still don't think Jamal Murray and Jokic is enough. Like, I don't think they can get another piece there anyways.
Yeah,
they're just
absolutely.
in that awkward spot, kind of like Portland.
Yeah, and that's like you said, you need a second star in nowadays to even do anything. You can't do it with one star. And I'm surprised they got this far. Yeah, the other one.
Yeah, but Jamal Murray and Jokic aren't.
Michael Porter Jr. is a pretty good player. Michael
He was
Porter
also
Jr. is
hurt.
a rising star.
He was also hurt. Yeah, he has a back problem. Like, especially, I think game 3, he was dealing with a back problem and he didn't play much. Or when he played, he was just being, he was just there. Anyway, with Jokic, he's the second MVP that got swept. Do you guys know who the other one is?
Giannis.
Russell Westbrook.
Giannis lost in 5. That's right. Did
Yeah,
he lose
keep
in 5?
going.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Oh,
Second
Yeah.
MVP to get swept?
Yep.
It was Russell Westbrook?
it's a point guard. It's not Westbrook. It's a point guard though.
The point guard.
Oh, Westbrook.
5 seconds.
How long ago are we talking here?
Long
Derrick
time ago.
Rose?
4.
No, not Derrick Rose.
I
They
have
went to the
no
conference
idea.
final.
I have zero
So
clue.
he's black. Everyone is black.
Yeah. Really, you really narrowed it down there, Mookie.
Magic.
LeBron.
Magic Johnson?
Yeah.
Magic, that's right. I
Yes,
actually did know
yes.
that. Magic Johnson in 1989 got swept.
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's
Anyway.
interesting.
My point is that he and the other team did good, but like they just couldn't score, and it's not on Jokic, the Joker, because he has done it all. He lost his head the last in game 4, but before that, He was doing everything he could to help the team, and the rest of his teammates they weren't there. No help. So he needs Murray next year. Even though he's not, he's not a star yet, but he needs Murray.
Yeah, Mookie, you brought up something that I want to talk about is that Jokic got ejected in Game 4. In the third quarter, he got a flagrant 2 for kind of winding up and swatting the ball out of someone's hands, and he did make contact with their face. Here's the thing. At that point in the game, the Nuggets were still in the game. They still had a chance to win.
That's a weak flagrant 2.
That's
that
a weak
was
flagrant 2.
not. No,
It's a flagrant, but it's not a flagrant 2.
No, it is definitely not
Flagrant
worthy
two.
of
Flagrant
ejection.
two.
He barely touched
the way
him.
he.
Flagrant
way
1
he-
wouldn't be ejection.
no.
Flagrant 1 would
Given
just
the
be sanctions.
circumstance too, like you don't eject the league MVP.
That's
you
what I'm
do.
talking about.
Yes, you do.
No, you
No,
don't.
it's
you
just it's a
don't.
frustration
You do.
foul.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Mookie, if that's
The way
Steph
he was-
Curry, if,
the
that,
way he
if
missed
that's
it.
LeBron
Guys,
James, they don't throw him out.
guys, hold on.
Mookie,
He wa-
why?
He was
why did they?
8.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Carl.
No, go ahead. I was gonna ask you why do they?
Like the way he went back, like if it was just like, I'm not even gonna lie, if it was just like this, like in the face, sure. But like he was trying to hit the fucking out of him, and then he missed it. Like he really did miss it.
No, he
Like, if
got
you
the
watch that
he
video,
got the ball. Like he hit his face
Yes,
a
yes,
little
of course.
bit.
Of course. Oh, I mean, listen, if you tackle someone in the penalty kick, it's like whether you get the ball or not. If the ball does not change direction,
But
it's
the way you
penalty,
said it
right?
is like he
So-
just completely hit
No,
him.
but like the way he was aiming
he
is like
I
no,
don't
he
think
was
it was
he was
that-
going
I
for the
don't think
ball,
it's
but
that
it was definitely frustration that he wound up and
Yeah,
basically wanted to
and
slap the shit out of the
sometimes-
ball. And-
exactly. You want to get the man and the ball.
Okay, but it's a flagrant 1, I think. A flagrant 2 is like he meant to hit him and he went and hit him.
and
you
like
know?
Oh,
hit
he
him
definitely
like
meant to hit him.
hard.
He definitely meant to hit him.
Meant to hit the guy. He did not mean to
Yeah.
hit the guy. He meant to hit the
Oh,
ball.
absolutely.
No,
he meant to
definitely
hit the
not.
ball.
The way he was
Mookie-
aiming is
Mookie,
like
the
bro,
way
that's
he-
something
he
I
came-
would do.
he
I'm a
came
dirty
down-
player.
He came down onto the ball. He didn't go like this. He came down onto the ball.
Kyle, he went like
Yeah.
this. So I personally,
Exactly,
everyone
down
has
onto
their
the ball.
everyone is right in their own way. But like in my view and the way I saw it,
But
I think that's at least
I don't think
That-
he was in the
that's
mindset.
the way-
Of, yeah, I want to hit campaign.
he was
Like,
upset. He was losing. That's what losers do.
he was,
He
but
was very
but they
upset.
were not. They were losing by 4 points.
They're down 3-0, Kyle. That's losing.
Yeah, he was losing, but I don't. He's not gonna punch Campaign in the face because they're losing.
Again,
If
Campaign-
anything, take out Chris Paul.
Campaign's not the reason they're losing.
again, it's
My
just
whole
a-
point is Mikey.
If any other player did that, we would have made a big
But-
deal out of it.
But Mikey makes a good point, and me and Mikey were talking about this yesterday, where you don't eject the league MVP in a series like that. It seems wrong. It sounds wrong to say, oh, why should the MVP get treated different than other players? Because he's the MVP. If
Because all the stars.
if
get treated
LeBron did
differently.
that, LeBron would not be getting a flagrant 2.
he wouldn't even get a flagrant 1.
If Steph Curry did that, he would not be getting a flagrant 2.
yeah,
you know,
no, Mike's
you
right.
don't eject the best players
It,
in the game.
it
Well,
wouldn't
you
even be
only get
a
a
flagrant at
personal
all.
You don't eject the best players in the game.
And this is why the
Check
NBA is
the
not
league
the best.
MVP.
It's not. It will never be even top 2 in America.
But it is top 2 in America.
It's not.
Ratings wise and by how many people watch it, it is.
NBA sucks. Honestly, I haven't. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But
Before the playoffs, I didn't
no,
watch shit.
no, this is different, Mookie. Just because you think the NBA sucks doesn't mean it's not top
It
2 in
sucks.
America.
It's just no, Kyle. It's so soft. This league's soft. Like this
Okay,
league.
but you're saying
it
it's
beca-
soft,
it
and then you
became
say,
like-
yeah, definitely flagrant 2.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
we're
just
the ones-
saying.
We're the
Of
ones
course
saying
is.
it was too
It's
harsh of a
flagrant too.
call.
But look, what I'm saying soft is that I'm saying the viewers are soft. And
Say-
all
you're-
these fucking
but
teams,
you're the
all
one-
these players
you're the
moving pisses me off. I'm sick of it.
But the viewers, you're the one saying, oh God, he meant to hit him. Oh jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Since
want more of
Mookie's a
that.
viewer
I
of
want
the
more
NBA,
Draymond
I
Greens in
agree
this
that
if
league.
you want
too
more of
soft.
it,
I want
then
more
you
players
should
like
be
that.
asking for a higher degree of penalty.
Yeah, we're the ones saying that it was too harsh.
I'm saying it was what?
We're the ones saying that the penalty was too harsh. You're
You're
the one
saying
saying
that the
whatever.
league's soft. You're saying that the league's soft.
I'm
but
just
you're
saying the
agreeing
league's
with their
soft.
softness.
Yes, the league soft, but that call should have been. He should have been ejected.
So you're like
My
Charmin.
point's-
You're like Charmin Ultra Soft.
These
We're like
mother-
one ply toilet.
Oh, you're bringing
paper.
out the Kobe. Yo, motherfuckers like Charmin, soft as hell.
Yeah, no, I
But the NBA
disagree.
is ass.
I disagree with that call. You don't eject the league MVP in the third quarter. Yeah, I mean,
Yes, you do.
like I
It's the
said,
playoff.
it sounds wrong, but you just don't do it. Think about it this way, Mookie. Think about it this way. If let's say Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, let's say this is 4 years ago, all right, and one of them commits a hard foul, and it's kind of borderline, could be a red, could be a yellow. Chances are the ref's giving them a yellow instead of that red. Whereas
Example.
if Joe Schmo, the right back from Real Betis, commits the foul, he's probably getting a red. Yeah.
Now, soccer is consistent in that when it comes to that. Example, you cannot touch the referee, and if you touch the referee,
That's
you get
true.
a red card.
But I'm
straight away.
saying, but that's stuff
Ronaldo
that's
got that
that's stuff
multiple
that's
times.
set in
Messi got
stone.
that multiple times.
But that's stuff that's set in stone. I'm saying if a foul is committed and it's borderline,
If
it
it's
could be a red,
50-50.
could be a yellow. You could really go either
Yeah.
way. Chances are the star
It
player
depends on the referee.
is not
It
getting
depends on
red.
the referee. If it's
It
a
does.
high referee,
It does, but at the same time,
I know what
it's the
I
same
understand,
deal
though.
here.
I understand you.
It's the same deal here. But anyways, my other point to take away from that game is Chris Paul is just, when he wants to be, he's still absolutely unstoppable. There were, like, in the third quarter, there were like 5 possessions in a row where he went down the court and he either would pass the ball and get it back, or he'd just dribble right down the court, and he would find the same spot on the court every single time and pull up and hit the shot 5 times in a row. No matter if it was good, no matter if it was a good contest or if he was open, he hit the shot 5 times in a row in the same exact area on the court, same exact location. He's a machine. He's unstoppable when he wants to be. And he's the type of player that doesn't have to score if he doesn't need to. He can distribute the ball and everything like that, or he can turn on the scoring afterburners. He's not quite the player he was back in like 2013, but he is still a great player. And I think he could play in any era. I think Chris Paul is Steph Curry is the best point guard of the 2010s. But Chris Paul has a pretty firm case for number 2 over the past 10 to 15 years.
Where
in
do
the
you
league.
rank him all time?
Top 10. Top
I
8
say
maybe.
top 7.
I was going to say
Yeah.
top 8 maybe. Yeah.
Top
If he
7.
if he gets a ring, where does that boost him to? Like if he wins this year, where does
Top
that boost him
5.
up to?
Yeah, if he
Top
wins, he'll
5.
get top 5.
Yeah.
Cuz at that point, do you move him ahead of John Stockton?
Yeah,
John
probably.
John
might
Stockton
already
all-time
have
leader in
John
assists.
Stockton.
I don't think
It doesn't matter.
John Stockton has the assists lead by like 7,000 points. The only difference is John Stockton never won a ring. He went
played
to
with Karl Malone.
He went to 2
So
finals.
if Westbrook,
yeah, but
example, same thing with Westbrook. If Westbrook wins a ring, he goes up to top 5. Like he should be around that
right,
area.
there are players, and I would say there are a couple players in this league who could really boost their rankings, like James Harden. Where do you rank him among
Yeah,
top shooting guards if he wins a ring?
Absolutely, yeah.
There's a lot
It's
of
not
players.
gonna happen, but absolutely.
When I was watching the
It's not gonna happen.
when I was watching the game though, there was one move. I think it was in that stretch where he was shooting from the same area that you were talking about, Kyle. That when I watched it, I was like, this is gonna end up on fucking SportsCenter, Bleacher Report. This is gonna be all over fucking Instagram when I open it. No fucking, like 5 minutes later, I open it up and I don't know if you remember it, Kyle. He did that that fake pass crossover
yeah,
with
that was
Jokic and then pulled up from the elbow.
That was
I
an
was like,
awesome-
that was fucking awesome. And Jokic he was frozen in the paint. He had no idea what to do.
he started going to the other guy.
Yeah.
He tried to play it off. And
He
it was like, no,
so
you
confused.
just got burned.
And when I watched that, I was like, Jesus Christ, Chris Paul still fucking got it.
Do you guys think that the Suns have a legitimate shot at winning the title?
If
It depends on who's in there.
it's the Nets and they are still injured, yes.
If it's
I'm scared of the Clippers. Not
Okay,
gonna lie to you. I'm
let's-
scared of the Clippers.
let's say it's the Nets, but Kyrie doesn't come back.
Then they have a legitimate
Oh.
shot.
If it's the Nets full strength, we
honestly-
say no.
They have a shot, but
Yeah.
it's slim to none.
But no, guys, we're sleeping on the Clippers. I'm scared of those guys. Like they
Oh,
they
don't
come
worry.
when they
We'll get to that. I don't. You're scared of the Clippers. I'm not gonna lie. I think the Clippers are the weakest team left.
Are you kidding?
I think the Clippers are the weakest team left. I'll explain why.
Okay,
Besides,
when-
besides the Hawks, I think the Hawks are weaker than them.
Mm,
Philly's soft. Philly's actually the weakest.
Nah, I would have to disagree
With
with
the-
you there, Mookie.
Ben
All right.
Simmons was 1 for 5. Guess what? The whole team last night was 100% from the free throw. The whole team,
You know,
and he was
all right,
1 for 5.
all right. You know
Guess
what?
how many they lost by?
This is a good 4 points.
Like 2, 3, 4.
There was all right. This is a good transition. Unless anybody has something really important to say about Suns Nugs.
One more
Well,
thing. The other thing I
yeah.
wanted to say was Jokic's brothers are very scary. That's the only other thing I wanted to say.
Yeah, they look completely different from him.
Yeah, no, he looks like this pudgy,
They look
like
like a
teddy
part of
bear. He looks.
a biker gang.
He look. What is he? Serbian? What is Jokic? Serbian or something?
I think so.
They
so.
look like Serbian mobsters, and they would fuck you up. Anyways,
Alright.
that's my last takeaway
Let's-
from
alright,
that.
So
Be nice.
so because the Clippers were brought up by Mookie, let's get to the Clippers. I have some notes here for Game 3, but I'm gonna be honest. Game 4 was a little past my bedtime, so I didn't really
Yeah,
watch that one
facts.
too much. These West Coast games are really messing with me.
Yeah, who
but-
wants
They
to
kinda
go at 10
suck.
o'clock?
The Clippers have won the past 2 games, kind of crawled back into this series. Mookie, I'm gonna say, all right. Here's the reason why I don't think the Clippers are. I think the Clippers are the weakest team. I think that while they might have probably the second or third or fourth best player in the playoffs left, because Kawhi Leonard is still Kawhi Leonard, I think the Clippers are soft. I think Kawhi Leonard is the only real dog. I think Paul George. Okay, I'll give credit to Paul George where credit is due. Paul George has played actually a lot better these playoffs than he did last playoffs. That we all have to give him credit for, I think. But
Absolutely.
I think that I think they're soft, and I think that this Jazz team isn't. The Clippers are more talented than the Jazz, and if you look at the rosters, you'd think, how are they not fucking kicking their ass? But this team can't play together for some reason. They can't coexist together, and I don't know what it is. I can't really figure it out. But Reggie Jackson, for parts of this playoffs, has been the best player on the Clippers, because as much as Paul George has played better and Kawhi Leonard is Kawhi Leonard, they still have these games where for some reason they're just off. Even last night they won. Paul George was 9 for 20. Kawhi Leonard was like 9 for 22 or something like
9
that.
for 19.
Yeah. So it's like they still struggle, and they have these games where they just can't hit anything. And their role players are supposed to be these great role players. Is it Marcus Morris on their
Yeah.
team? He's supposed to
Which
be
one
really
is that
good.
one? Is that the one that plays for the Celtics? 'Cause
Yes.
I
He
don't know
dropped
which one is which.
24 yesterday in that game. He went 6 for 11. 5 for
But,
6 from 3.
But they all have these games where it's like they just can't hit anything, and I just don't understand it. And I think the Clippers are the weakest team left. I think this team, for some reason, is not. They have talent, but they're not constructed very well, and I just don't really have
The
faith
weakest
they get
team
there.
left?
But
Yes, absolutely.
that's
Even weaker than the
Mentally.
Hawks?
Yes,
I disagree with that.
I think the Clippers are more talented, but as far as a team, how they play and everything like that, they are the
yeah, the
weakest
Hawks
team
are
left.
good.
Nah, I'd still
okay,
take the
Kyle.
Clippers over the Hawks.
The problem I have with
If the Clippers played the Hawks,
The-
the Clippers would sweep them.
the
I don't
only
think they would
problem I
sweep
have,
them.
hold on.
They'd
We'll
win.
get to the Hawks in a little bit.
The only problem that I have with this, not problem, the only reason I'm still with them is because when they need to turn that up, they turn it up. But they're like those guys that play up to the opponent's level. Like when you're way better than somebody, whether it's FIFA, whether you're playing anything, you're way better than them. And you're kind of cruising. Next thing you know, you lose. But then, 90th minute, you score 3 goals somehow because you're better than this guy, right? That's because there's not that one team I can say they can beat them. If they were all failing it today, nobody can beat the Clippers. If they were feeling it, but they're never feeling it. They usually feel it when it's too late, like when they're 2-0 down. Both times, they couldn't even win at their home until the last one against the Mavs. So you're right when you said they're weak. Yes, they are very weak. They are. Even Kawhi Leonard, I don't know why people are saying, "Oh, PG." Actually, this year Kawhi is the problem, because PG actually he's been good, and Reggie Jackson has been really good. But the only thing I have with them is the role players, and when money's on the line, I think Kawhi and PG step up, especially Kawhi.
I think that's a good point that they cruise, and you see it during the games where they'll just cruise, they'll settle for stuff and stuff like that, and it's almost like who was I listening to? I think it was Bill Simmons, but I'm not sure, who said that they kind of play with an arrogance as if they've won a championship when they really won nothing. And it's just I hate watching it because they just, like you said, they coast for periods of the game. Mikey or Zach, do you guys have something to say?
I just want to say that Reggie Jackson had a terrible game 4.
Yeah, he was bad last night, but in these playoffs he's been pretty good.
Yeah, and let's see. And the other thing I was gonna say is game. Fuck, where is he? I was just gonna say this. Fuck, I completely lost my train of thought. Go ahead, Mike. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know, because the Clippers, they gotta be one of the most frustrating teams ever. Like, I'm glad I don't bet on them. Otherwise, I probably would have killed myself by now if I had to bet on the Clippers because they like to lose.
Hey, we don't say that.
Oh, my bad. I probably would have
You would have pulled your hair out and lost the rest of what's already going.
I was gonna say I would have lost all my hair, but I really didn't want to set myself up for that.
That's
But,
okay. I got you.
Yeah, thanks. Anyways, yeah. So the Clippers, like, I still think that they could easily just start rolling everybody, but at the same
Exactly.
time, they could just completely combust and then lose
Which I hope they
every
do.
single game until the end of the time. I kind of hope that it kind of blows up because Kawhi Leonard is a free agent after this year, I'm pretty sure, or he has a player option or
Celtics?
something.
Question mark?
He can leave
I
the
think
Clippers after.
I was gonna say I think he can opt out.
Yeah, I think he can leave after this year. And if they get bounced, I don't think there's a chance in hell Kawhi stays. I really
Question.
don't. Like, I don't know
Who-
where he would go. Maybe to the Mavs,
Celtics.
but no, not the Celtics. He'd never go to the Celtics.
Please.
I think the Mavs would be a good fit because then
Question.
Lucas,
Who would you rather have as your champion? You have no other choice. Either the Clippers or the Nets. You can only pick one.
I'd rather have the Nets. I'd rather the Nets as a champion.
Yeah, we
Nets?
took that.
Yeah, I'd take
Mikey,
the Nets,
Mikey
too.
and I were actually just
Everyone
talking
Nets.
about this
I'd
yesterday.
take the Nets.
Because the
Yeah, me
Nets,
too.
because the Nets, it would be like, oh well, what do you expect? KD, Kyrie, James Harden,
Mm.
you know?
They
Of
better
course.
win. There's an
Where-
issue.
Whereas with the Clippers, it would be like, oh man, now we can't make fun of Paul George because he has a ring.
Exactly.
No, the
he's a champion.
I think the
Also,
issue.
where's playoff Rondo? Like,
He's not
He's
being
missing.
used right.
where'd he go?
He doesn't
not
get many
being used
minutes
right.
on the Clippers.
Yeah,
They don't
but
really use him too often.
you would think that they would.
He missed LeBron and
He
Anthony
should have
Davis.
never left the Lake Show.
You don't want him.
Yeah, he didn't even play yesterday, Billy. The
Also, you didn't
Good.
want him. Like you did not want him. You wanted Schroeder, who sucks dick.
I think that the issue
Sprite
with the
move.
I want
Clippers.
whoever's cheaper.
I think the issue with the Clippers
We're gonna get Lucas.
is coaching. Like I really do. Like I don't.
I disagree with
So
that.
Doc Rivers, like they didn't think worked. They got swept. That's why they had to get rid of Doc Rivers. I think Doc Rivers still would have been a good coach there. I mean, he solved the problem over there in Philly.
swept?
Well,
Yeah, they did. Didn't they get swept
No,
last year?
no, it was 3. They blew a 3-1
Oh, they blew a
lead.
3-1
No, they
lead.
blew
That's
a
what it
3-1
was.
lead.
They blew a 3-1 lead. I forgot.
also Doc's not that good, man. Stop giving him all that credit.
No, Doc's a good coach.
Doc is a good
Doc's,
coach.
Doc's a good coach. Doc's
He's
a
not gonna go. He's not. He's about to
there's a
lose to the
reason-
Hawks.
He
There's
got
a
Philly to this point.
there's a reason that Joel Embiid
He's
went
about to
went
lose.
from Joel Embiid to MVP candidate Joel Embiid this year, and
I
it's
mean, he
because
didn't win it though.
it's because they upgraded from what was his name, Brett Brown or whatever it
Yeah.
is, to Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is a good
Yeah,
coach.
he's a better coach. He's a better coach, but he's not top 5.
I think
not
so.
yeah,
I
I
think
think-
he is.
yeah, he is.
Anyways, back
think
to
he is.
Zach's point. Ty Lue's a bum without Braun.
But no, so what I was saying
Tyler's good.
is Tyronn Lue is
He's
clearly.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute.
You can't call Doc Rivers better than Tyronn Lue good as a coach. You cannot say that legally.
I think Ty Lue's a good coach.
I mean,
but
they
uh,
both have championship. What's the deal? They both have 1 ring.
That's
Yeah,
Say
but-
something else.
yeah, but there's a reason. There's a reason why Ty Lue went from head coach to assistant coach real quick, and Doc Rivers went from
Well,
head
he didn't.
head coach.
He didn't get the job. Dude, he wanted the Lakers job, and the Lakers were being dicks.
Wait,
so
if-
he's like,
wait,
no, I'm not gonna do that.
But
I'll stay.
if
You
having
got
Ty Lue
Vogel,
didn't get it.
the Vogue show.
Yeah, before that, you actually LeBron wanted Ty Lue, to be honest. Vogel was the
Yeah,
last choice.
because
It's
then
like
he
when
could just
Tottenham
run
got
the team.
Pochettino, they wanted Van Gaal, and then we ended up with Pochettino, but then Pochettino was good.
so,
It's
but
like
the only
Frank
thing I'm
is
saying,
LeBron won you that championship. Fucking Frank didn't win you.
the
Shit.
only to Mookie's point. Oh, they both have rings.
David Blatt.
They-
Ooh, David Blatt to the Celtics. There you go.
No, but Mookie's point of they both have rings. That's like saying Joe Flacco and Drew Brees are like the
Yeah,
same because they each
average
have one
quarterbacks.
Super Bowl win.
They're both average quarterbacks.
Yeah, they're both elite.
What's the deal, guys? What's the deal, guys? Joe Flacco has a ring. What's the deal?
Exactly. Like you can't
No,
say.
to be honest though, guys, hold on. To be honest though,
Colin Kaepernick has as many
Joe
Super Bowl
Flacco and
appearances.
there's not. What's the difference between those two right now?
Doc Rivers and Tyronn Lue. Doc
No,
Rivers is a much
Joe
better
and,
coach.
Joe Flacco
Joe
and Drew
Flacco.
Brees.
Joe Flacco
yeah.
is not retired.
Drew Brees is going to be in the Hall of Fame in about 4
But he doesn't
years.
have more rings.
Joe
does he?
Flacco could be. He could be.
No, he will not.
You're right.
Exactly.
You're right, Mookie. Joe Flacco does have more rings, but Drew Brees also has more passing yards.
wait,
more
does he
passing
actually have more
touchdowns.
No, they both have one.
All right, sorry. Joe Flacco
I
has the
was
same
gonna
amount of.
say, it was like,
Joe
he's-
Flacco has the
Eli.
same
why
amount
is
of
he a Hall of
rings.
Famer?
Joe
Eli.
Flacco has the
Eli-
same amount of
Eli's
rings.
better than Drew Brees.
Oh my.
Oh jeez.
This
Oh
is
jeez. No,
terrible.
move on. Someone mute. Is there a way to mute Mookie? Someone.
I'll mute
Someone.
myself. Hold that. I'll mute myself.
But
Someone mute him.
but I like get rid of if I'm the Clippers, if I'm Kawhi, I even
That's
if
a
we
bad call.
lose in this like playoff series, I'm staying in LA, but I'm saying get fucking rid of Tyronn Lue.
Going to Lakers?
Like he ain't it.
Yeah, he's going to the Lakers.
I think Ty
I
Lue's a
disagree with
good
that.
coach. I
But-
think
Yeah,
Ty
he
Lue's
But
a good coach.
I don't think he's
Honestly,
the fit for
Kawhi
the
with the
Clippers.
Lakers, I'm still not sure that they could beat Brooklyn.
I Mike
Brooklyn's just that good.
Mikey's pre-making excuses for next year. He's Mikey's prep starts early. I think
Guys,
think
he's
Ty
used to the
Lue's-
Saints. That's why, Kyle.
I'm
He's
serious
used to the
though. Like,
Saints.
obviously, Kawhi would be on KD. LeBron would be on.
Nobody,
can't
because he
guard
doesn't want to
James Harden
defend.
or Kyrie.
LeBron would be on KD.
No, Kawhi would be.
Why wouldn't LeBron be on KD?
why wouldn't LeBron be?
He's
in KD?
scared. LeBron's scared.
Kawhi's a better defender than KD, than LeBron at this point.
LeBron.
Yeah, but I put Kawhi on James Harden.
Yeah, you can probably move with him a little better.
Yeah, the old
No.
man can't move anymore.
But
No.
then
Oh, I would say Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis would be better on KD than.
He
It would
needs to
go
leave. That guy needs
Kawhi,
to leave.
Anthony Davis, then LeBron.
Is Anthony Davis the worst trade the Lakers ever made?
Wait, Howard.
So
No,
many-
because
Oh,
think
no,
about it. You
he was
missed out
free agent
on
signing.
Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Lonzo Ball.
I'm sure there's a trade somewhere down the line that it was definitely worse. The Lakers did
Well,
trade
this
for
was-
Kwame
this
Brown
was
at one
top five.
point. I'm sorry, Kwame Brown. Please don't come after us.
No, please do. We need views.
We need the cloud.
That's
Yeah,
true.
facts. But it's
Yeah,
top
fuck
five,
you,
though.
Kwame
At least top
Brown,
five, 'cause
bum.
Anthony Davis sucks.
Why? What? How do you figure, Mookie? How do you figure?
Anthony Davis sucks.
They won a ring.
You gave up a lot. LeBron won you the ring.
We gave up what? What did we give up?
Lonzo Ball. Yeah, big deal. You might get him back this summer.
Brandon
Lonzo
Ingram.
Yeah, but
Ball,
Brandon,
Brandon
you
Ingram,
can't
and a
be
couple
mad
first
about
round
Brandon
picks.
Ingram. The dude won Most Improved Player, which means he sucked. Like
Julius
that,
Randle.
that
We gave him up.
that
He won most improved.
that award is literally you sucked last year. Congratulations for finally looking like you belong in this league.
Yeah.
No, but like
you were
honestly,
about to be cut
Anthony
from the
Davis
worst team in the
sucks.
league.
Yeah, you were about to be a
Uh,
G League
this
player.
offseason-
Congratulations for
and,
not
and
making it to
also
the G League.
Yeah, congratulations
also,
on getting a second 10
Kyle
day.
Kuzma sucks. Kyle Kuzma sucks.
Kyle
That guy
Kuzma
needs to
does
go.
suck. He does.
we
suck.
all know
Holy
this.
shit! You need
We-
to trade
yeah.
that guy.
We do. We all know that.
Kyle Kuzma thinks he's
But, like,
Jesus.
remember
too.
they-
Why are we
they
talking
kept
about the
him and
Lakers?
traded
They
all those
haven't
other guys.
played in like a week and a half or 2 weeks.
This is what happens when Mike's
They get
here.
views. They get views.
My other point from the Clippers Jazz game, in game 3, what I noticed was the announcers, the broadcast, was really pushing the whole Paul George has been good narrative. Paul George is good narrative. They'd be like, wow, look at that pass by Paul George. And it'd be like an inbounds pass. And then You know, like
because they found his like suicide note.
as good as good as Paul George has been these playoffs, they were really like shoving it down your throat. And then they said something
Pause.
trying to push the Paul George is good narrative. And the very next defensive possession, he knocked a rebound out of bounds and accidentally gave the ball back to the Jazz. Like the very next,
Paul
it
George
was
is
like
just a
he
roller
could have very
coaster
easily
ride.
caught it.
He's-
It was-
He'll can
Yeah,
like
he's
a
been
good
good, though.
three, and then he'll do
he's
some
been
shit
good, but
like
it was
that.
just he's been good, but it was just painfully ironic to see them be like, yeah, trust me, guys, he's been good this year, and then just here you go, Jazz. Here's another possession for you.
You know, Kawhi Leonard might be the final piece for us.
What?
After we get Luca
Us
and Dame
even-
to sign,
God,
We're done
shut
talking
up.
about the
Shut up.
Lakers.
Dame, Luca, LeBron, Kawhi, and AD. That's our starting five next year.
AD is gonna get injured.
We
You need to
still
put him
might
on the
lose
bench.
to Brooklyn.
My God.
Thanks to AD.
Shut up. All right. Let's
Blake
move on to
Griffin?
the Nets versus Bucks, which is on right now.
Yes, that's the one I'm waiting for. Wait. Can we talk about the one last night?
No, we
The
are
one
going
before?
to. We're going to talk about Game 3. I'm just saying it's on right now, and I think the Nets are losing by 12. Kyrie went
series
down
over.
with a sprained ankle.
That's what
Mikey
happens when
dared,
you stomp on Lucky.
yeah, Mikey dared to say he's a pussy. That didn't look that bad. Meanwhile, his ankle is landing sideways on the fucking on the
And
court.
wait, and hold on, remind me what LeBron had this year? Was it a
He
high
got
ankle
ankle
sprain?
sprain.
Yeah.
This
Mikey,
is just a regular ankle
Mikey
sprain,
was-
not
Mikey was
high
like-
ankle sprain.
Mikey was like ankle injuries are for betas or whatever it was. Um,
This is
and
he had a high ankle sprain. This is just a regular old ankle sprain.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just a
No,
location
no.
difference.
One's high.
You're fucking retarded.
We gotta get Kyrie high, guys. We gotta give Kyrie some drugs so he could get high.
No, he's smoking the sage. Don't worry.
yeah. But anyways, after Kyrie went out, the Nets proceeded to get blown out. Are the Nets screwed? Is the series over?
I just want to say, I saw this one post after they got blown out, after Kyrie got hurt, and it was KD without a super team. I told Mike about this, and it's just a picture of Bol, and I thought that was the funniest shit ever. Because I don't, from watching it, like, when you don't have, like, at least two superstars to draw in all that attention, those role players that we were talking all about how good they are, just get, like, absolutely demolished because they don't have all that attention drawn away from them. So the Joe Harrises can't get all those open looks and can it like they have been. So not having those other two superstars or even one other superstar to drag in that focus definitely makes a big difference. And this series is definitely going to a Game 7 at this point.
But my question with you all is, why the hell didn't KD get that last shot? Why was he in the corner?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what the hell are you doing? Where's Kyrie?
I think didn't Kyrie start with the ball, and then he had to give it up, or was this in Game 4 or Game 3?
Game
This was Game 3, right?
3.
'Cause
Game 3,
4,
yeah.
Yeah. I think
Where they had
Kyrie.
all the momentum. They were literally
Yeah.
destroying it.
I think Kyrie started with it, and they cut him off. So he passed it to Bruce Brown, thinking, "Oh, Bruce Brown will pass it over to KD," and then Bruce Brown was like,
but you
Bruce
couldn't
Brown was
pass it
like,
to him
"Yeah,
because
don't
of
worry,
that.
guys, I got this."
But KD was all the way in the corner. Like, that's a tough pass for a guy who's, a center? He played guard, but, like, that's a tough
Who?
pass. If you look at the play, like, there's no way
Yeah,
that ball will get
boys.
to him unless his man leaves him.
Who are
Hate
we
to
talking?
interrupt, but I might have to leave. Addison Ray's doing a Q&A on Twitter.
Oh shit, boys, I gotta go. Someone else start recording this. I'll be back. Give me a second.
But that's though, my KD, if you're gonna be the man, you have to demand the ball. You cannot be like, oh, wait, I can let my other players handle it. No, I'm the big dog. You know who takes the last shot? You know how we were wondering, oh yeah, if it's a last minute shot, who's gonna take the shot? None of them. KD was scared. Kyrie got blocked. Harden was on the sideline, getting fat again. I don't want to fat shame him.
That was such
I'm
a
sick of these
that
guys.
was
They're so good.
That was such an unnecessary shot at James Harden.
James Harden sitting on the sideline eating a fucking Popeyes chicken sandwich again.
Did you see what he was wearing? Did you guys see what he was wearing?
No.
No, I didn't.
He looked stupid.
What was he wearing? Hold on.
Holy shit! Jeff Green has 24 points right now.
Yeah, so
Stop it, Mikey.
the Bucks are beating the Nets right now, 76-65. But Mookie, I cannot agree with your point more that KD needs to demand the ball. I feel like once Kyrie went down, there are points in the game. It's almost like, and this is going to sound really cheesy to say because it sounds like I'm just trying to praise KD no matter what he does, even if he does it wrong. But KD's the kind of player, and it might be just from being in the Golden State system, he's almost too good of a team player where he's like, oh, don't worry, you get the ball, you try and get going because I know I can get my shot. And it's like, no, dude, we
Exactly.
need you. We need you to
No,
get
no.
your shot.
Even
Yeah,
with
no.
You're the
OKC,
most
he used to do
unstoppable
that.
offensive force. That's
Yeah,
what I mean.
even with-
Is
and
he's-
people used to yell up. People used to be at Westbrook. Yeah, because these other guys do not want to take the shot. He's the best player in the team. Westbrook shouldn't even be considering himself to be the best player in that team.
KD
like,
should.
KD is the freaking. That when people bring that shit up, it pisses me off. Like,
He's
yeah, he
got
was
Kawhi
there. He didn't
Leonard
want to take the
syndrome.
shots. He didn't want to take the shot. Same with Kawhi, exactly. Like, if you're the main guy, you go to the fucking shot. Kyle, if I have the ball and you're the best player, yell at me. I'm gonna shoot, of course, if I'm open. But like, you be like, don't fucking shoot that. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
And it's like I think we talked about this a couple like a week or two ago, where it's like, is Kyrie a great offensive player? Yeah, but Kevin Durant's fucking 7 feet tall. No one's blocking Kevin Durant. You know, I like Kyrie Irving. I'm giving the ball to Kevin Durant with 5 seconds left, 6 seconds left, because I know he's going to get at least a decent look at the basket, and he doesn't demand the ball enough. And I think that if Kyrie's out for an extended period of time, or if Kyrie and James are both out, which this game James Harden is playing, but he hasn't been playing well. He's clearly not healthy. There's something wrong. I think he's just out there to be a threat. But
And Kyrie is
both
out
of
for the
them
rest
are
of the series.
right,
Confirmed.
if both of them are out, or if James Harden goes out again, KD needs to run point. There cannot be an offensive possession where they go down the court and KD does not touch the ball. It cannot happen. Cannot happen.
Facts, he has to be
needs-
Luka,
he-
basically.
He needs to touch the ball every single possession.
Exactly.
Mikey,
Luka
go ahead.
2.0.
Yeah, and like you guys were saying, like, oh, like KD needs like the man the ball, like he needs to be touching the ball in that final possession. Like that's always been like a criticism of LeBron too, where it's like, oh, he's scared of the final shot, but it's like, oh, he'll like rather make the right play than take the shot, and like that's been a criticism of him by some.
But the
But like,
difference,
hey, he's touching the ball
Yeah.
at least. Like
Yeah.
the
it's,
game
that's
is
what I
in
mean.
his
It's
hands, and
it's a good
like
point.
it's his decision.
Exactly.
So
It's
who's a
good-
better
it's
player, Kyle?
It's a good point, but at the same time, like you said, LeBron might not take the last shot, but he has the ball in his hands that last possession for sure. You
Yeah.
know,
He's
KD
pulling the strings on it no matter what.
KD might not even touch the ball, which is the craziest
Exactly.
part. You know,
Exactly,
LeBron
especially with
LeBron will make the
OK-
pass
OKC
at
and-
least.
Right, OKC and Warrior game, that like the game 7. If you look at it, the last couple of minutes he did not. He was running away from the ball,
I don't.
and Westbrook was dominating, missing missing shots.
I don't understand how you're the most unstoppable offensive force in the game today, and you go the last possession without touching the ball, and it seems like you don't even want to demand the ball. Yeah, big timeout. And it seems like you don't even want the ball at times. It seems, like I said, it's almost like he's too good of a team player.
The
where
only
it's just like
the
let's
only
let the other
player
guy
that I
take
would
up.
take over KD and like
LeBron.
one shot, I need them to make it. I mean,
Andre
obviously,
Iguodala.
besides Andre Iguodala, would be Damian Lillard.
Oh, I
He's
thought you
the
were gonna say
only other
LeBron,
person
come
I'd
on.
rather have take the final shot, other than Kevin Durant.
So you don't want LeBron taking those shots.
No, he's too
Okay.
limited of a
So
shooter.
he's not the GOAT.
What? So Steph Curry now?
No,
Michael Jordan?
I mean, the difference between Steph Curry and Kevin Durant is that Kevin Durant is like a 7-foot tall Steph Curry. So
Yeah, no, but
yeah,
why
facts.
why
Steph
wouldn't I
Curry
just
doesn't have that
why
great of
wouldn't I
a
just
track
take the
record in
upgrade?
those final shots.
that's such an
So
incorrect
if
narrative.
game's on
Yeah,
the
that-
line, you're not
That's such an
trusting him.
incorrect narrative.
James.
It's a narrative that was said after that Cavs series. Oh, he doesn't want to take the final shot. When in reality, he takes that final shot and makes it a lot. It's just, there's been 2 or 3 big moments where it just hasn't gone in. But if you think about it, he's a 3-point shooter. You're only hitting 40% of those shots anyways. So if he
Why
takes
is
the shot,
Damian Lillard
it's
always
not a
make
great
them?
chance anyways. He
Paul
doesn't
George,
always
that's
make
a
them.
bad shot.
He
No,
doesn't
no,
always
it's
make
just those are spread
just-
around social media like wildfire when you do.
Right. That's what I mean. Is that he doesn't always make them, but he's made a couple in like massive moments. You think the one against the Rockets back in like 2014 or whatever it was, and the one against Paul George, those are 2 massive moments. Damian Lillard has missed some shots before, believe it or not, guys. You know, he doesn't hit everything.
The other
LeBron
thing
does not miss shots.
the other thing about this series, like especially with James Harden being limited and Kyrie being out, this is only going to fuel the narrative more that KD needs a super team to win. Like this is just going to make it even worse for him because
They couldn't do it when he was in Warriors last year.
yeah, because like the Bucks, like especially they are like pretty handedly winning this game right now. Like it's double digits. And
I think
It's
the
8
real
points.
question or the real narrative that needs to come out of this is that James Harden chokes in the playoffs.
James Harden
he's
leads
hurt.
LeBron, man.
I don't care.
What do you
Then
mean
why
he
did you
chokes
play?
in the playoffs?
Then why'd you play?
Yeah, Zach, this is also the kid that watched Kyrie's ankle land perpendicular to the court and was like, "Yeah, he's a pussy."
Here's the
And
thing, though.
question
James
for
Harden,
you all.
this isn't a
Is this
winner
bad,
deal home
bad
game.
decision by the coach?
Why would you come back and rush it now?
Yeah, I
Like,
don't know.
Come
I
back
don't
for
know.
Yeah.
game 6.
It's a bad decision.
Come back
I'd
for
rather
game
lose
6.
this game than lose this game.
But is that more of
I
is
haven't
that more of
watched it.
like a coaching like Steve Nash going, "Hey, buddy, like come on, you're good, let's play."
No,
but
that's so stupid.
if
I
he's
would have
good
rested
enough
him
to
this
go
game and then have him
tonight-
for the next 2.
If he's good enough to go tonight, have him for the next game. Roll the dice on today's game. Like he's
Yeah, and
just
then
so
you have him for
limited
game 7.
tonight. Yeah,
Also,
And-
just a quick note because I just watched it happen. Blake Griffin has been phenomenal.
Yeah, that's also
Sucks.
something awesome. And Blake Griffin
This is
has
motive.
swindled the whole city of Detroit. And I kind of feel
I mean,
bad for the
Detroit
Pistons
sucks.
because they
They
like
deserve it.
D Rose has left and it was on the Knicks and playing very well and made the playoffs with them. Blake Griffin hadn't dunked since 2019. Said he
then I
literally
left.
mooned
But hey,
the Pistons.
but hey, they got Jeremy Grant. So who's the real winner?
The Pistons are the Oklahoma
Detroit.
City Thunder with none of the future prospects in their picks.
And no GM. Terrible
Yeah.
coach.
why? They have that
Yeah.
one good.
And they don't have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah. What I'm getting at is the Pistons suck and are screwed for the next like 4 years, at least. Because also, who wants to go to Detroit?
That's true. No,
Nobody.
nobody wants. Not even the people in Detroit want to go to Detroit.
You can't have shit in Detroit.
All right, let's move on. We've talked enough about the Nets and how they're screwed. It's currently 79-70 with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, so they're not out of this game. It's definitely still a possibility. I think that.
But
like
you know
I
why
said-
they're losing though, Kyle? I forgot to say this. Sorry.
Go ahead.
We started to talk nice about them, and boom! Look at that.
Wait, so people who we talk nice about lose?
Do they?
How
Do we have a
Yeah,
Do we have a
yeah.
track record of that?
impossible? I talk nice about Tom Brady
Yeah.
all the time.
Actually, no. That's true. I
Yeah.
sent you guys that text
We made a
message that
video.
said, "Hey, maybe LeBron James is the GOAT," and then boom, he lost in the first round of the playoffs. So,
Yeah, thanks
Exactly.
a lot, scumbag.
And the Joker, we were nice to the Joker.
yep.
You have a
Uh,
superpower.
Come
The
on.
the people that were assholes to, like how last week we were talking about Giannis being overrated and he's won two games in a row in the
We
series.
really do
And
have
the
a
Clippers.
superpower. This is interesting.
Damn it,
Yeah, I'm telling you.
we should have talked shit about the Celtics more.
This is gonna come in handy when we're
Ugh.
betting.
All right, so this might change. This might change up the whole next segment. 76ers versus the Hawks.
They're
The
so
Hawks.
garbage.
The Hawks tied up the series last night. Trey Young had. I'm gonna be honest. I've completely flipped on Trey Young. I thought he was overrated. I thought he wasn't that good. I think I even said on the podcast that the Hawks would lose in the first round, and yeah, here we are. I'm gonna be honest. Trey Young has been awesome.
I
This whole
love that
year.
kid. Love him.
He's
Hey,
he's
now
been awesome.
if you guys remember when the draft came that year, he was drafted. Luca said he doesn't want to go to Atlanta. Now imagine Luca with this team. Just imagine how good they would be. No offense to Trey.
It's a
And
fair-
Luca is ended up in the worst team compared to when you compare the teams right now. Luca's in a worse position than Trey is. Trey actually, they have picks, they have young players, and they have cap room. They can get more players. Like Luca fucked himself over for not wanting to go to Atlanta.
Yeah, but I think more people want to play with Luca than they do want to play with Trey Young.
I don't know.
But
I don't know
right
about
now,
that. I
today,
don't know about that.
who's a better?
I mean,
who has a
obviously-
better team around them? Forget about the players.
I mean, obviously, people want to play with Luca because he's Luca, but Trey Young is not the same Trey Young from 2 years ago that was just hiking up threes from 455 feet
You
away.
say this, but also
He's
the
become a
Mavs
really
almost
good team
knocked
player.
out the Clippers.
Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah,
because of
like I
Luca.
said-
the team
like I
sucks,
said,
though.
obviously you want to play with Luca because he's the better player. But I don't think it's that far fetched to say, hey, I want to go play with Trey Young. The version of Trey Young this year is better than the version of Trey Young from last year, the year before. Because he doesn't, I mean, last game he did kind of, it's kind of a mixed bag. So Trey Young, when he is driving and his floater is just a thing of beauty. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, he has to be like 80% on his floaters when he's driving in. Because those they seem to always go in. They're money every time. And it's still kind of a mixed bag because he does kind of jack up those long threes every once in a while that I don't really like watching him do.
Someone should spit on him when he does that.
Yeah.
You're so-
No.
But guys, though,
You're such a
my
scumbag.
point was, if you switch
What?
them today, would the Hawks be a better team than
Well,
they are
duh.
right now?
Yes.
Because they're getting a better player.
Luca's a better player.
Right, but hold on, let me finish though. How about if you switch that around again? You put Trey in Dallas. How good are they?
I don't think they make playoffs.
I think
So
they make
if
I think they
Luka
make
didn't-
playoffs,
so
but they
if
might be an
Luka-
8
hold
seed.
on.
They're
If
in the
Luka
play-in
did not
tournament.
talk shit about, if Luka did not talk shit about not wanting to be in Atlanta, he would be in a better position in getting a chip.
Yeah, but I trust Dallas more to make.
I was gonna
something
say he
happen.
also has better ownership and everything there. Like Mark Cuban's a great owner. You know, he's got
Yeah,
a
of course. But today, right now, right here,
yeah, he has
I
it.
think he'll still be in the playoffs.
I don't know
And
because
the East
Porzingis
weak.
is still a
And the
better
East is
player.
weak.
On paper,
Porzing-
Porzingis is a better player than everybody else on the Hawks besides
Nope.
Trey Young.
Nope.
Well,
Nope.
Porzingis sucks dick,
Nope.
and he's expensive. He's expensive,
Bogdanovich is a better player than Porzingis.
and he's
Clint-
expensive. I don't want to pay
Talent-wise,
Porzingis that much.
John-
What?
John Collins is a better player than Porzingis. Hell,
Yeah.
Clint
Also,
Capella might be a
John
better player.
Collins is low key
disagree.
slept on.
He is. He is.
Like he is a very good young player
Hey,
that
the
does
Celtics
not
have-
get enough credit.
Celtics were this close to trading for him.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just like we're
And
this
that's
close to
thanks
trading
Danny.
for everyone.
Stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dan-
Thanks, Dan.
Guys,
Danny
guys,
almost Ainge.
Porzingis is
done now.
expensive though. Like that's the
He
point,
is.
and nobody wants them. Like I don't want that guy. I'd rather have young kids and build for the future. Like win while
We
they're
ever
young.
talk about that?
What?
Brad Stevens, the front office.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did last
You
week.
want to hear?
No, he was.
Thanks for coming. Oh, he was.
Yeah,
Last week, I think we talked
yeah,
about
we
it.
did.
I think no.
No,
But-
it was 2 weeks ago and he wasn't here.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
right, it was.
exactly.
Yeah, it
I
was.
remember.
Now
Yeah.
we know he didn't
Fuck
listen.
you.
Like-
Time flies.
Now
Yep.
let's move on because we don't care.
But
about
anyways,
it.
but
Well, David
anyways,
left Celtics head coach.
Embiid that whole game, or especially in the second half, kind of looked exhausted. I don't know what the hell's going on with him.
He got hurt.
He looked exhausted that whole second half. He was taking like, you know how Giannis would get called for the taking too long between free throws?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was taking 20 minutes between free throws, but it was like before he would get the ball, so he couldn't get called for it. He'd walk up to the ref, you know, touch the ball, kind of slowly walk over to each player and tap their hands. He was taking the game was extended like an hour and a half just on him taking free throws in the second half. He looked exhausted. He looked like he
Yeah.
couldn't do it. And Ben
And he couldn't
Simmons
score anything.
fucking sucks. That's not true, but that's my reaction to it when he threw away the game. Yeah, nice job, Mookie.
I believe
Nice,
it.
nice job, Mikey. Nice job. Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The two
great
M's.
job there. Great
That
job
was
there.
his alarm that Addison's Rays Q&A is almost over.
But anyways, I feel
But
like
yeah,
I've kind of clogged
the
the
guy
airspace on
sucks.
this one. What Mikey and Zach, do you guys have any opinions on the 76ers and the Hawks?
Oh, I think I've been opposed, like when you were saying how you don't like Trae Young and how you flipped. I think I've been opposed from you from the start, and you know this, that I have always liked Trae Young, even though he looks like a scrub. Like he looks like he needs a shower, and that it looks like he goes from game to game without showering. Like
he looks like who they modeled Megamind off of.
he looks like a Goomba from Mario came to life and didn't shave.
Let's slow down now. Slow
But
down.
hell of a basketball player. And I don't like, obviously they're not a championship level team, but they have such a bright future, like I said, with John Collins. Such a good young player that I'm very
Free
excited
agent.
to see how he progresses in that Atlanta offense. Mike, you got anything to add to that?
But it's not just John Collins though. They have Clint Capella, who's like risen from the dead and is now, Clint Capella is probably a top 5 center in the league right now.
Bogdan.
They've got Bogdanovich. They've got John Collins. They've got Kevin Herter, who even though he's a ginger,
Cam
is a
Reddish.
pretty good player.
Yeah,
Cam
I don't buy
Reddish.
that. There's something going on there that
And
isn't
all that.
right. There cannot be a ginger who balls.
Yeah, DeAndre Hunter has been a great
Yeah.
player for
Oh, I
them.
like that kid.
He is good. He's a good two-way player.
I'm just
The
saying,
whole
like,
team is really good, and they're perfectly made for Trae Young.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
John Collins is, like, out of all of them, the best. Like,
He's gonna
besides
be-
Trae Young.
He's gonna be expensive though, Kyle. I mean, Zach. He's gonna
He
be
is.
expensive. This,
No, I
this
know, but I'm
offseason.
just very excited to see
And
him
I would not pay him that
continue
money.
to
I would tell him to
grow
go F off.
and become more skilled, because I think he's already very good.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not. I don't. So there are people like I would pay the money, and there are people I would say, yeah,
But
go.
you can't,
Good luck
you
somewhere
can't
else.
say that yet, because we don't know how much his contract's going to be. So we're talking in complete hypothetical.
It's gonna be a lot.
But he's
It's
gonna be
a lot.
expensive. He's gonna be expensive
Yeah,
because he knows it's
Porzingis
good. The
right.
league knows it's good. There's
Porzingis
gonna be a
right.
market. There's gonna be a market for him.
No, I
And
know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd probably pay the money for John Collins just because he's pretty big in what they do. Timeout. But but I can see what Mookie's saying, where like he's one of those players that's borderline. Do you pay him the money? Do you not pay him the money? Is the team gonna be good even without him? Can you get
No.
someone to replace his role?
If you're
you know?
Atlanta, the team gets decided to, like, definitely worse without him.
I don't know. I don't-
Obviously, but you're gonna
Yeah.
use that money on somewhere else.
How much?
And
How,
you're
yeah,
hoping Cam
exactly.
Reddish and all those guys to step up.
Exactly.
Like, give me a number amount. Like, how much are we working with that? Like, you would say, like,
20 plus.
I'm not good with
I
NBA
feel like you can.
contracts, but I'd say he's definitely 20 plus.
I feel
Yeah.
like you can
Uh,
let
minimum
him go
minimum
only-
18.
Only if you know that you can get someone like that's better.
Right.
well, that's
And
with
I don't think
literally
there's someone better
anyone
this
when you're
year.
doing business in any league ever.
No,
I
I'm
will get
saying
rid of
that-
someone if
Yeah,
I
like-
can get someone better.
No,
Great
you-
analysis.
Good job, genius.
No, because it's worth overpaying because you can't get anybody to go to Atlanta because they're a dysfunctional franchise historically.
but
Not anymore.
Trey
Yeah,
Young
I
makes
agree.
them a legitimate franchise.
Yeah, but I would rather go play with LaMelo Ball.
Okay.
Are you serious?
I didn't know that the fucking Hornets were in the conversation here.
No, hold on, but that team is worse, and they're
Yeah.
more disorganized than shit.
The Hawks
they're
just
run
made the
by a fucking
playoffs.
Dickhead.
Yeah. Okay, but who would you rather play with, LaMelo Ball or Trey Young?
Trae Young.
Trae Young.
Trey Young.
Trae Young, 'cause
No.
the team is already built.
LaMelo's
Get out
better.
of here, dickhead.
LaMelo-
it's not.
Okay, ESPN. I didn't know.
I'd rather play with
I didn't
LaMelo
know
than
we
LeBron,
invited
though.
you
That's
here.
for
I've
sure.
I've seen 1 year of LaMelo Ball. He's already top 5 point guard in the league.
I'd rather
Oh,
play with LaMelo than
Christ.
LeBron, though. That's a fact.
That's facts. That's facts. I would rather play
What's
with
fact?
LaMelo than LeBron.
You'd rather leave a playoff contending team to go to a team that didn't make the playoffs last year.
Fighting for the first overall pick.
Yeah, that makes
Draft
logical
lottery.
sense. I'm Kawhi Leonard. I'm choosing the Hornets over the Hawks every single time.
Easy
LaMelo
work.
Ball. LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo and Kawhi?
Yeah,
That'd be lethal.
it makes
Obviously, I
sense.
wouldn't want that to happen because I don't want
Okay,
Michael
Mike,
Jordan to have
thanks.
any success.
Your
You
point
need-
is,
first.
you. What was that?
He doesn't want Michael Jordan to have success, so he doesn't want it to happen.
That's why LaMelo's going to join the Lake Show with Lonzo. And we're going to sign
He doesn't
LeVar
want to.
Are you gonna get LiAngelo too?
and LiAngelo. Yeah.
So the starting lineup.
LeBron, LaMelo,
How
LeVar.
about Emilio?
Lev-
Emilio, their third brother.
So literally, the starting lineup is gonna be LeBron, ball.
Yeah.
And then LeBron Jr.
Yeah, and then Bronny.
Six
Yeah.
men off the bench.
That's sick.
No, LiAngelo's 6-man. It's
Oh,
gonna
okay.
it'll be Bron, ball.
Oh, the fat ball boy. You counted that one?
All right.
He's a little bit young, though.
What do we got next?
I shouldn't call him fat.
I think that's all we got for the show. Oh, predictions.
Oh,
All right,
So-
let's get some predictions.
Mookie, you
Zach.
start us off.
Okay, Mookie go first. It goes Mookie, Mikey, Zach, me. Or Mookie, Mikey, me,
Okay.
Zach. I'll let Zach go last.
I always go first.
Why can't I go last?
I always go first.
You're not allowed. Mikey, you gave the
Yeah,
analysis
you're
of
not.
Mikey, you gave the analysis of if there's a better player, sign him instead. You don't get to go last.
No, I was saying that it's
You
worth
don't get to pick
overpaying.
at all.
No.
It's worth overpaying unless you know for a fact you can get someone else in.
Anyway,
But I don't think they know
Philadelphia
for a fact they can get
76ers
someone else
will
in, so they
lose
pay
to
it.
the
Mikey,
Atlanta
Mikey,
Hawks.
shut the fuck up. You're being so rude.
Ooh, that's
Go ahead, Mookie. What? Say it
interesting.
again.
Philly will lose to the Hawks in Game 7.
In Game 7. Okay. All right. Right after you said that the Hawks are the weakest team. Nice.
I didn't say that. It was not me.
Check the tapes. Check the tapes.
Okay,
Mikey, go ahead.
Mike. Prediction.
My prediction is wait for it. My prediction is Nets in 6.
Nets in
What?
6.
Yeah,
Does
they're
not
gonna
make
come
sense.
back and win.
They're only down by 6 right now, so it's possible. And who was that just hit that shot? That was a nice shot. Landry Shamet.
All right, Kyle.
I got you.
My prediction is going to be Jazz beat the Clippers in the next 2 games. So would that be Jazz in 6? Jazz in 6.
All right, and mine is going to be Bucks in 7.
Bucks in 7.
Oh, that's being nice, Zach.
Why is it being nice?
Can I do a second one?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Bucks will win the next one too.
You think Bucks in 6?
Yep.
Would you like to make a straight gentleman's bet with Mike here?
Let's go. I owe you $5, Zach. You don't have Cash App. What the fuck?
Yeah.
My prediction
What a
is that
beta.
Mookie's prediction is not
I'm
going
sending
to
it to
come true.
Kyle. Kyle can send it to you. What was that?
No, Mookie, just bring
Both of them.
me $5. This is off of podcasting now. Bring me $5 to the Revs game,
Okay.
or like pay for a drink
so
or something for me.
Have you stopped recording? I didn't.
Oh
didn't say
no, I
bye.
didn't.
Oh, okay, good. Because I got all right. So that's what we got for the show today. When we get too off the rails, and before Mookie starts owing Zach too much money, thank you guys for listening. If you liked it, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the Clutch Team podcast, and we'll be back next week.